Hi everybody. Happy Wednesday afternoon. I do know what day it is, even though things are very hectic over here. So, I did not forget about you guys. I'm sorry I didn't get to do this live video for you yesterday. For some reason, it just wouldn't let me go live, and I know that I could have made a video for you and just posted it, but I really, I like the live video just in case you guys can pop on and comment or anything like that. So I wanted to keep this live. So today we'll just double up. I will stop this one. Let's see if I can, there we go. I will stop this video once I'm done with this one for the shopping list and shopping tips. And then I'll start up the next one for my meal prep tips and what I do with meal prepping and how I get it done in, as short amount of time as possible. So let's just dive right in so that I can keep these videos as short as possible for you guys so you can get as much information in as you can and, not waste any time. So, shopping lists. Once I create my meal plan, just like we did the other day, and I posted all of the recipes for these, for all the meals that you're going to be creating, I posted them in a Google Doc. I posted the Google Doc link for you right into our event page already. So, what I do is I go down and I make a list specifically out of what I see here right at the bottom. Sometimes I put my shopping list on my phone and then I can check it off and go. But that's after I've done my meal prepping for a little bit and I kind of have an idea of what's going on. But if I'm just starting out again or I'm just getting back on track, it's so much easier to just do it right below, because then you can look up and see and follow along and make sure you don't miss anything. I'm also going to write my shopping list twice, but that's just my OCD, and I will tell you why in a minute. So I will just go down the list and go through, what you would need and how I construct my shopping list. So for breakfast every week or every day for the week, we have egg muffins. Remember we talked about those? So I'll just put down eggs. I have green peppers, and I'll put down one for right now, but if you remember, we have peppers later on. So and I can add in numbers, I do little tallies, stuff like that. And then salsa. You can make your own salsa. Here's my thing. Meal prepping, if I make everything from scratch and I meal prep everything, it takes me a really long time. I've done it. Sometimes I have time to do it. Some weeks I just don't. Read the back of the labels. Pick the one that's best for you. I talk about Wegmans a lot because I really trust their brand and I really like what they do and what they put into their products. But if you don't have a Wegmans near you, first of all, I'm sorry, you should move. Second of all, just read the back of the label and pick the one that you think is best for you and fits most with what you're looking for. But just be aware of what's in it. Okay, so those are breakfast. For my snack number one, I have Shakeology down. So I'm going to need to put down milk. And I get a gallon and that lasts me, 9 days or so, 10 days. I don't drink regular milk, so it lasts me longer. Or we have veggies and hummus. Now, I don't make my own hummus. Not my thing. So I just put down hummus. And you can pick it up and you can pick whichever one you want. And as for veggies, just to keep things different, we'll put down cucumbers. Now, for the deconstructed tacos and salsa, you're going to want to put down ground beef. And I would say 2 pounds. It says in there how much you want, and I don't have it pulled up on the screen right now, how much you'll need. But just put it down, And if you are looking for the vegetarian options, and I know Emerald was asking about this, and I sent her some pictures, the egg muffins can still be done, vegetarian. Unless you're going completely vegan, then that's something completely different. But for the deconstructed tacos and salsa, your number one game or thing that you're pushing for is going to be your beans. subbing out, beans are going to be your major protein. So instead of doing ground beef, just pick up more beans and make sure that you have enough beans for the whole week. So ground beef, seasoning, choose your own seasoning. You can make it at home. There's one in there that you can do. You can also just pick out the packets. Just read the back of the packets. Some of them aren't that great. Watch your salt content and all that fun stuff, and just look and see what's in there. And then to go with the deconstructed tacos, it also talked about doing tomatoes. And I usually like to get 2 of the vine tomatoes specifically for that. And then corn. I do buy frozen corn. Fun fact, I do get veggies frozen. It's one of the few things that I will actually still get frozen that I haven't noticed that great of a difference. So I will still do frozen veggies. Also, they're just easy. Guys, it's all about easy meal planning. And if you can't do the fresh, I get it. Just do the frozen for what you need to. So I do frozen corn. And then, again, there's salsa that goes with that. So that means that sometimes I'll just put big jar next to my salsa, which means I have a few things for that week that will be using salsa. So for snack number 2, we have apples/grapes and almonds or almond butter. So that's your choice. Just choose, how you want that constructed. I like to do apples and almonds. Sorry that I'm writing and it's making this shake again. Just make sure that you don't need a whole lot of almonds. If you didn't know this, it's a very small container. I don't have one by me because everything's packed. It's a very small container that you need when it comes to seeds like that. So you don't have to get a whole bunch of them because I know they can get expensive. But just enough so that you can have, I believe it's about a tablespoon, maybe 2 tablespoons filled, and that's 1 serving. And then the other serving is the 2 apples. I just get the apples in the bag. And I know I'm pretty sure all grocery stores do this. I don't pick them out, I just buy them in the bag, already made in the bag. It's like $2.99 where I shop. And I just, look through the bag, flip it up and down, see if you see anything in there of any ones that you don't actually like, and pick a different bag. So, chicken and potatoes and veggies. That's your number 1 dinner. So you want to get enough chicken to do 3 meals. Guys, feel it out. If it's, huge chicken breasts, cut it in half and, 1 serving. That's 2 servings right there, cut in half. If they're smaller, get 3. So ours usually end up being way smaller when I get them from Wegmans. So I'll have 3 chicken breasts, potatoes. I just buy the bag. Just one of the, I don't pull them out or anything like that. I just buy the bag and then make a whole bunch of them when I put them in the oven. I think they're 3-pound bags or something like that. And then veggies. So like I said up above, I buy frozen veggies. So it is what it is. But when you roast or put them in the oven, it's really nice. You don't have to worry about anything. You can put them in frozen and they'll come out fine. So I like the mixed medley of frozen veggies when I put them in the oven. Just a preference. You can choose whatever kind of veggies you want to go for that week. You can do broccoli, anything like that. And you can get it frozen or you can get it fresh. It's really just whatever's most simplest for you for meal prepping. And 1 bag, I usually only need 1 bag to make it through the week when it's those big bags that are frozen. Okay, and the meatballs and sauce. So here's where we talked about before. You can meal prep your own sauce and make your own homemade sauce. I gave you guys that recipe. It's in that Google Doc. It's an amazing recipe. I'm telling you, if you have some time, check it out. It's actually super phenomenal, and once we move into a house, I'm going to start doing that probably at least twice a month because that's how much it makes. But until then, just pick up, read the backs of the labels and pick up 2 containers of sauce. And that should be more than enough for you for the week. So we'll put 2 cans of sauce. And then the meatballs. So anything that you need for the meatballs, it's all in that recipe. I'm sorry I don't have it pulled up for you guys again so I can read through it specifically. But just read through. A lot of the stuff I already have in the house. So like salt, pepper, anything like that, I already have here. I don't need to buy it again. If you don't, that's fine. Just add it to your list so that you can get it, so you can do your meal prep. Okay. So we have quite a few things on this list already. So, I just put it right below like I told you. So now is what I do is I actually go through and I organize it. This will make your shopping trip so much faster. I'm not kidding, because then you don't forget anything and have to go back for anything. And I know how I go around the grocery store, and I know specifically what is there in that order. I'm weird. I do fresh things last. Apparently I'm weird for that. So like fresh vegetables, fruits, etc., I do last. I don't know why, just my preference. You choose your preference. But, so I'll go through here and, things like ground beef come first. And then chicken. What else do we have on here? And then the hummus. And then milk and eggs. And then seasoning. And 2 cans of sauce. And then almonds. Eggs. Oh, and salsa is all in that area too. Now I'm going through and crossing off as I'm writing them down on my transfer list. Guys, you don't have to transfer lists like this. I do it because it's easier for me and it makes my shopping trips. I can get all of this and be in and out of Wegmans in 20 minutes, even on the busiest of days. I have a busy life. I have a lot going on. I don't have time to spend at Wegmans. So, and now we go into the frozen section. So there's corn frozen, mixed medley. I think that's our only frozen. And then in fresh we have green pepper, tomatoes, apples, potatoes. Okay, that's it. It took me less than a minute, maybe a little more because I was talking to you guys. And I transferred it all over here. So this is my second list. See, these all have crosses to them. This is my second list, and this is literally as I go around Wegmans or your grocery store. This is just what you do. And then it's faster for you, and you don't have to worry about missing anything because you already passed it, and I have to go back for it, and no one actually wants to do that, believe me. So, here you go. This is what I do. That's exactly how I make a shopping list and how I keep my shopping trips down to a minimum. The other thing, don't buy anything that's not on the list. I know everybody says it. I know you try and do it. If you have to add things to the list like household products, clean, whatever, add it to your list, but don't buy extra food. Don't buy, candy or anything like that, because it's just going to put you more off your goals. If you just don't pick up what you don't need, you're not going to eat it if it's not in the house. Okay. So I'm going to stop this one, and then I'm going to go into the next one. You guys will see the next one pop up as well. And that'll be day 3, so today's. And I will talk about meal prepping and my meal prep tips and what I do right away when I get home from the grocery store, and about how I, figure everything out. And I will pull up the recipes for that so you can look and see how long everything takes and things like that. Okay? Thanks, guys. See you in a minute. Bye.